Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, IB's Talking. Today we're gonna do some IB's Talking. We're gonna find some IB students and ask them about their experiences on the IB Diploma program. Come with us! To start easy, what's your favorite subject?
It's probably English, language and literature. It's something that I've always sort of liked, and it remained as one of my favorites for the course of IB so far.
My favorite subject is maths, of course.
Of course, that's so cool!
History.
Yeah. Hello. Mishka, tell us, what is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is math.
I would have to say computer science.
Actually,
Yes.
what's your favorite subject?
Well, you wouldn't have guessed, but physics.
Whoa, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Or not, thank you. I don't seem like a proper physics student to you.
I don't want to get into trouble. No comment is the right politician. And why did you choose English?
I picked English because I always liked literature, and I guess having the option to go deeper into it is something I enjoyed, and well, here I am now, suffering in English A. It's not suffering, it's fine. It's a really chill subject.
He's lying, it's not fine. And why?
Because we have a lovely teacher, Mr. Neuhold, whom everybody loves, and yeah.
How much do you love him on a scale from 1 to 10?
11.
Okay, he's gonna see that. Do you think it's enough for him to boost his
I hope
ego?
so. He's the best.
Yes, he is. Shout out to Mr. Neuhold. Why is that?
Because it allows me to understand the world and the consequences of people's actions.
It has been my favorite thing to do since I was like 10 years old, so I can't really tell you what was the cause of it or so.
Okay, tell us why.
I mean, our teacher is pretty interesting, and I find the subject pretty challenging, and I feel like a lot of knowledge is coming my way when I'm on the subject.
Why is physics your favorite subject?
I actually switched from chemistry to physics a few years ago because I liked that physics is, at least to me, more fundamental and answers the very fundamental or maybe even philosophical questions of our existence and of the nature of the universe and space-time itself.
Are you planning to pursue this subject, English?
It's always a possibility, but I don't think I am going to pursue it much further than this. But if all goes to, I can't swear. If all goes bad, then it's always an option.
Do you plan to pursue math in your later life?
Yes, I plan to study computer science and maths.
I thought you were gonna stop at computer science. Wow, okay, and do you plan to pursue this in the future?
Definitely not, because, yeah, definitely not. It's just fun, but no.
Okay, that's a perfect answer. Okay, and has IB changed your perspective about English in any way?
Given that I come from the MYP program, it's rather very similar, so IB as of in itself didn't change my perspective on English that much, but it still offers some insightful information and new methods into it.
Has IB changed your perspective about math in any way?
Yes, it did. It opened my eyes, and now I see that maths really isn't just on table or in desks at school, but it's everywhere around us, and it's just beautiful how maths is just so universal.
I think that was the nicest answer we'll ever get. Has the IB changed your perspective about history in any way?
I definitely think that it's very differently taught than in the national program. I would say that the lessons are much more interactive and debate-based. I changed learning just the names and dates, and I was actually taught how to understand the reasons and consequences. And we are encouraged to form our opinions on all the events that happened.
Has the IB changed your perspective about math in any way?
Well, maybe a little. I'm not really sure, but I think I've definitely been put into situations that I wouldn't be put into if I wasn't in IB.
Do you want to give us an example?
Well,
No pressure.
I've never ever spent 4 hours doing my homework before IB, so yeah.
Cut. No. Has the IB changed your perspective about computer science in any way?
Definitely. Before I thought it was a very boring and really arithmetic subject, Now I think it's a little bit more fun and has a lot more to offer, which I do experience in my CS lessons.
All of these people make me regret not choosing CS, honestly. Now let's change the subject a bit. How much of your free time does studying take you?
That really depends on the time of the year we're in. If we're in an exam period or when there's just generally lots of work, it of course takes more time. And in those times it can be 3 to 4 hours per day at the minimum, but on average I spend about, an hour, 2 maybe, on schoolwork, which isn't that bad to be honest.
How much time do you devote to studying for history a week?
Depends whether we have an assignment due, but normally I don't study each day.
Oh, you're cool like that.
No, our teacher doesn't require us to.
Oh, okay. Now, I have the most important question of all. Do you wash rice?
Of course I wash my rice. Do you think I'm deranged? I wash my rice all the time before cooking it because I find it important.
Well, you just call me deranged. Thank you.
No, never done that.
Jacob would call you deranged. How do you feel about Jacob calling you deranged?
He's my cousin, so I can forgive him that.
Do you wash rice?
It depends
On what?
on the type of rice.
Oh, damn, you're intelligent. Okay, go on.
So if it is sushi rice or that kind of rice, I don't wash that. But if it is brown rice or normal, white rice, well, then I do wash it. Yes.
Thank you for this input. It was very interesting. Do you wash rice?
Yes, of course.
Do you wash rice?
I would have to say I do, but just because I just feel like I'm not doing anything with rice, so I just have to, wash it to say I have done something. It adds one more extra step so I can call myself a cook.
Do you wash rice?
No.
If you had to pick a seventh subject, what would you pick?
I'd probably go with German. Just because,
No. Why?
well,
You.
I think it's always good knowing more languages since it makes you far more versatile in the future, and since I've studied German for many years in the past, I think continuing that study and just really solidifying the knowledge I already have would be nice.
If you had to add a seventh subject, what would you pick?
It's not taught in this school, but I would pick philosophy because I know it's taught in other IB schools, but yeah, unfortunately, not here.
Do you have a favorite philosopher?
I have read some of Camus, so maybe him.
Camus, very similar. Maybe related.
I think not.
Did you have to give up some hobbies to keep up with IB?
No, not necessarily, and I'm really glad that I managed to maintain my hobby and perform it basically without any limits. And while it does mean I have less of a social life, not that I had a social life before, but no, I didn't have to give up any of the hobbies I had, which is really nice.
I have another question. Did you have to give up any of your hobbies while attending the IB Diploma program?
There's definitely a bit less time to allocate to, for example, some physics competitions. So you have to maybe cherry pick a bit more. But then again, the IB Diploma and the IB experience could turn out even better in the university applications. Depends on where you want to apply to. That's definitely a thing to think about before applying.
To talk about. The okay about. How does the hobby help you throughout the IB experience?
Well, I play floorball, that's my hobby, and I play it a lot. And the best thing it does for me is that it allows me to take my mind off school entirely. When I go to practice, when I have a match, I don't have to think about IB at all. And I think it's really refreshing to put your mind off the school for a bit and just really focus on something else entirely.
Okay, and where do you want to apply?
Well, yeah, that's the problem. So, yeah, don't be like me.
And on that note, bye-bye. So, Jacob, What is your favorite subject?
It definitely has to be CS, computer science.
Why is that?
Well, I think being able to work with computers and understand them is very important in today's society since so much revolves around the technology that we use in our day-to-day lives. And CS really helps me see this, and it's also my favorite subject because I don't take it at all.
Me too, gang. That's a great answer, Jacob. Okay, random question time. Do you use ChatGPT to do your TOK homework?
What is ChatGPT? Thank you very much. I will not be taking any more questions.
Oh, you will? Oh, Mr.
A to máš na videu, tak to je super.
This time I have a bonus random question. How was the toilet?
It was pretty great.
And on that note, thank you. Okay, random question time. What do you think about birth control through male vasectomy?
I would say I do not have an opinion on this matter.
Well, that is very political of you. Do you plan to pursue politics?
I'm not very good at lying, so I would say no.
Are you lying now?
No.
You sure?
When I do, I rub my shoulder.
Me too. Why does everyone wash rice? That's not fair.
Because otherwise it's disgusting.
Ego down. Thank you very much, Cami. That was a high five.
Že mám prestať, alebo čo?